All right, folks, this is a fun one. How money actually works and how to fix it. This is a really core problem we have in society. And it's a really simple scam. So simple it defied. I figured it out, and it took me years to realize, like, oh no, I'm not just wrong. I'm not just simplifying. It is that simple, but it's so big too. It's hard to wrap your head around. So let's do it. So, goldsmiths, about 500 years ago, gold was popular money. There's not much of it. It's scarce. It's hard to get more, hard to counterfeit, in other words. So, people would carry around a pocket full of gold and they could use it to trade for whatever they wanted to. But still, it's heavy. You don't want to get robbed. So, they used to get paper receipts from the bank, and you could go back to the bank with if you lost your receipt or whatever, and they could verify who you were, and robbers couldn't take your gold. So people walked around with these receipts, the early paper money. Now, the bank realized that only in a given period, only about 10% of people will come back for their gold. So they started printing 10 times as many paper receipts. So they started faking the amount of money. They said, "Oh yeah, we have 10 times as much gold as we actually do." And this is where fractional reserve lending came from. You've heard that term. So then they started loaning out these fake receipts and saying, "Oh, you want to start a business, buy a house, whatever." And they were earning interest on these receipts. So not only were they earning out interest on the gold they were earning 10 times as much interest for free, for no work. They were making tons of money, and they quickly started to outpace all the other banks. So they didn't have enough gold to cover the fake receipts. They hoped no one would figure it out and come to the bank and demand their gold. And for the most part, they were right. These people with these banks started to have multiple banks, and even if one had a bank run, the rest could bail them out. So they were never underwater. They never lost the whole bank. And this started in the 1500s, and these people by now, and these families exist in various forms. They have absolutely incomprehensible wealth. They've bought countries, they've bought education, they've bought all kinds of institutions, and they have huge power. So the fake money they printed out was only given out as loans, which come with interest. So I loan you money, and I expect more money back than I gave you originally. So the problem is, I'm the one who printed the bills. You can't print more to pay me back. Where do those bills come from? Well, they never got created, the bills, to get this interest. So you can maybe sell someone something, get some bills from them, but at the end of the day, someone's going to be left holding the bag. There's not enough money to pay back the interest. So in the end, someone's going to lose their house, lose their business, and the bank gets a real asset in exchange for having printed fake money, which you and I are not allowed to do. They're counterfeiting, but they have a legal right to do it. So if the bank stops giving out loans, or if they raise the interest rates, or the money supply dries up, because remember, the interest is still accumulating every second, but there's no bills printed to match that accumulation. So eventually someone loses their house, and the bankers get yet richer. If you're interested in more, go watch Jekyll Island, The Truth Behind the Federal Reserve. It's by Bill Still. It's about 2 hours, and it dives into this. It's an amazing movie. It's a great story. And I don't want you to sound like I'm anti-bank or anti-bankers. I'm not that nuanced yet, but there is a clear problem here, is that the money system concentrates wealth just by that function of compound interest. So I think we can do better. I'm not going to blame anyone and be a victim. And so tomorrow we're going to talk about how to fix the problem. A couple different solutions. It's going to be fun. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.